welcome back to I don't even know what number episode this is. I've lost track at this point. But welcome back to Going for Two with Jack Taylor. My name is Jack Taylor.
My name's Hunter too.
And this is obviously Going for Two with Jack Taylor. So
I'm going to see what episode we're on real quick.
All right.
Let's see if I can find that out.
You
keep going.
While you're doing that, we are coming off of a weekend, pretty disappointing game against Arkansas. Special teams play, just the worst it's ever been. But you know what? We won the two sides of the ball that mattered.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. No, we had a fun weekend. Hunter and I both at the Arkansas game. Really, really great atmosphere, I thought.
Fayetteville's kind of cool.
Fayetteville's awesome.
Didn't expect that.
Stadium was great. Campus was really cool.
The town's awesome.
Yeah.
Brunch. It's a brunch place.
Brunch town.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a really fun weekend. Obviously, the game didn't go the way we wanted it to, but we're going to talk about that game, talk about the games that happened around the country, and then we're going to get into a review or a preview of the Auburn game coming up this week.
And I just figured out this is our 42nd episode.
Wow. Jackie Robinson.
Yeah, Jackie Robinson Day here at Going for Two.
Right. It's a big day. We're both wearing number 42 jerseys in remembrance because we obviously knew that this was happening. But before we start this episode, before we really get into it, I actually want to just steer away from anything I've ever done here on the introduction. No motivation, no advice. I just really want to
just say something.
I have a platform, and this is what I'm choosing to do.
If you have a platform, it's your duty to use it.
Yeah, and I'm going to use this platform to point out how absurd the Air Bud series was. There was a golden retriever just literally dogging on high school athletes, probably costing them scholarships and chances at good universities. And for what? I mean, what was he going to gain from that? Well, he never went pro. He was a dog.
He got tackled that one time.
How did that not happen?
That was pass interference.
How did that not happen before the championship game?
It's pass interference.
I mean, he was making free throws. He was
sliding in the home, and then a cinematic zoom into the for him to say save.
I mean, just an absurd idea for a movie series. And
how did it ever get?
And it didn't even stop at Air Bud. He had puppies, and it was Air Buddies for a while there.
Yeah.
I just.
Then they went to space.
And I'm assuming that's going to get rebooted at some point here in the future because every movie gets.
They should do
remade.
it, but with live action. Even though it was a dog that was in fact alive, but have people acting as Air Bud, and there's just a person playing basketball, and everyone's acting like it's a big deal that there's just a person playing basketball, football, baseball, and soccer. There's just a dude with blonde hair.
We live in a world where Clifford the Big Red Dog now has a live action movie. So Air Bud, just why was that ever a thing?
What if? Okay, so in that same universe,
it's getting to the point where we've talked about this a little too much.
If Clifford had the skills of Air Bud, would they allow him to play in middle school, high school athletics?
He's just too big.
He's too big.
Man, this is troubling.
This may be the best intro we've ever had.
I think so.
I think it also could be the worst.
I think our viewership is going to decide that it's not.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, let's go.
Okay, so starting off how we have, I think the past 4 weeks, some college football from around the country. And the games, at least the first game on this list, we did not expect it to be anything.
Hey, we said that Alabama was going to win.
Yeah, we were right. LSU at Alabama. Alabama wins by 6.
Game of the century.
Game of the century. Closer than a lot of those games.
Yeah. I mean, LSU had a few chances there in the fourth quarter to score a touchdown and go up by 1, to go up 21-20, but just couldn't do it. Alabama, though, just looked terrible.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the first half of the game. I only got to watch the second half, but their offense was so stale.
I think this makes me feel less crazy about our preview of the Alabama game.
Yeah, since we've played them, Tennessee's had success, but LSU, especially in this game.
Yeah, this isn't a normal Alabama team.
No.
And for those wondering, they're still ranked number 2 in the college football playoff rankings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
but they just look really, really bad. Their last drive of the game that they could have used to just ice the game, get out of there with any chance of looking like Alabama. They went 3 and out and didn't gain a yard, and then LSU ended up having a Hail Mary attempt to win the game, but they didn't do it.
Okay, now tell me this fun hypothetical: if LSU wins this game, what happens with Ed Orgeron?
He's still gone, but
that's so.
But where would Alabama be in the rankings? 3.
Okay, and then to our second game here, Michigan State. They were ranked at number 3, at Purdue,
where dreams go to die.
Yeah,
apparently.
Purdue unranked. Purdue beats them as an unranked team. Mm-hmm. Apparently now losing to an unranked team drops you like 7 spots in the poll. I wonder if that applies to anyone else.
Yeah.
Roll Tide.
All right, now game number 3, we got Auburn at Texas A&M, and it was 3-3 at halftime. It turned out to be a 20-3 victory for Texas A&M. Auburn just never got anything going, and A&M proves that again. I mean, Kyle Field is a great home field advantage.
Yeah.
And the Texas A&M is just really good.
Yeah, it takes a really good team to win in Aggieland.
Yeah. I mean, only teams do it.
If a team went into Texas A&M and won this year, you'd have to put them top 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
Surely they,
barring like they don't have any losses to
Memphis, LSU, close game Louisiana Tech,
Alabama, and Arkansas. But I mean Auburn. I think this says more about A&M than it does about Auburn.
Yeah.
A&M is just really, really good defensively. Spiller and A-Chain are good.
And you got a bad Bo Nix.
Yeah.
And
because he was on the road.
The second anyone starts thinking Bo Nix is good and's like back on the hype train of Bo Nix, he will quickly remind you that
he is Bo Nix.
That he is here for the next 5 years of our lives in college football. And for that, I'm grateful.
And that's the trend that we're going to see throughout this podcast is that, start doubting Bo Nix, and he's going to be really good.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. At Thanksgiving this year, when everyone's asking what you're thankful for, say, I'm thankful I live at the same time Bo Nix plays in college football.
Oh, yeah. That's what I think, too.
It's just the little things in life.
Mm-hmm. All right, so now on to reviewing America's Game of the Week, Mississippi State at Arkansas. What are the takeaways?
Okay, touched on it earlier. Fayetteville's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why no one in my life has ever been like, dude, Fayetteville's a cool college town.
Yeah.
Like, never heard those words.
I think we're going to rank some college towns here in a little bit, or at least talk about some good ones. It might be top 3 in the SEC.
I think it's easily, like, right now. Like, dude, it was awesome.
Yeah.
But now on to the bad parts. Actually, if you want to talk a little bit on their stadium. I like their stadium. I want us to do what they did on there. I don't know which direction. I think it was South End Zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want us to do that.
It would be our version of the South End Zone,
yeah,
for sure.
I want that.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
They didn't have necessarily much extra seating right there. It had some premier seating on the field level,
and then up a little bit.
Yeah, and then just like walking areas around there.
Yeah,
under the jumbotron.
It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, really, really good.
Yeah.
I think it's something that we should kind of model our stadium after.
And then I think we should get a big bronze statue, just with
a bunch of bulldogs, wild band of bulldogs.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty neat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it could have like a little fountain on it.
Yeah. That'd be good.
Dude.
Just dogs peeing.
And instead of... Dude, where are we going to put that next to KJ Costello's Heisman?
You're never going to let us forget about that.
I love that so much. It's... That was such a rude awakening to the life of putting your takes on the internet forever.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, but talking about the stadiums, though, like... In future expansions for Mississippi State, I don't think that like more seating is necessary.
Yeah,
because we rarely
fill it up.
We rarely ever fill up the 64,000 that we do have. I just think, I mean, something to complete the circle. You don't have to,
and a little bit of premium seating.
You don't have to bowl it in, but just finish it off, and it would look really, really good.
Yeah,
it would keep us on par with the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
So. All right, moving into the game, though. I mean, kickers is the story.
As we know, there's 3 sides of the ball, and they all matter equally.
Yeah.
Offense, defense, and special teams. No matter what someone told you around a week ago.
You're welcome.
Yeah. 3 missed field goals.
Yeah.
And I wonder how many points we lost by. It was 3.
That would be 3. Yeah.
Hit any of them. It's a vastly different ball.
9 is greater than 3. So
9 is greater than 3.
Math pod.
Yeah. Kickers.
So Brandon Ruiz misses the first 2 kicks. I know one was 23 yards.
The other one was 43, I think.
43. Okay. I mean,
two
makeable ones, especially the 23-yard field goal, which is not much further than an extra point.
2 yards, I think.
So those are pretty gut wrenching there, in hindsight at least. And then Nolan McCord comes on for the 40-yard field goal to tie the game, to send it to overtime, and it was nowhere close.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't mind the decision to put Nolan McCord out there. He had kicked the last 2 extra points, so he wasn't necessarily cold coming off. But it is a difficult spot for a freshman. But he's a kicker in the SEC, and he needs to be able to make that.
Hey, we haven't said this one in a while. Kickers, am I right?
Kickers, Mississippi State kickers, am I right? But I mean, it's a tricky situation now. I mean, that he missed it so badly. But I mean, if you put Brandon Ruiz out there and he misses a 3rd one, we're just thinking, why wouldn't you just try somebody else?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a lose-lose situation if the kicker misses it.
Oh, we should just went for a Hail Mary and go for the win.
That wouldn't have worked.
No.
Well, we'll talk about the drive that led up to the 40-yard field goal here in a little bit. It was really, really good. But first, we need to talk about some penalties too. So what did you see there? They were bad for both teams.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a bad call game. That's not what I'm blaming this game on.
Yeah. You can't leave 9 points on the field and blame refs.
Yeah.
You can complain a little bit, but you can't blame.
Yeah. I can point to 2 that I want to talk about, and then you can bring up what you want to.
Okay.
But Martin Emerson, in the first half, he gets a pass interference penalty that was a not-catchable pass, first of all, that gave Arkansas a new set of downs, and they ended up scoring on that drive there in the first half. And then last possession of the game, he gets a phantom holding call.
Yeah.
Treylon Burks just feels contact and hits the floor.
Trey LaFlop Burks.
Yeah. And so both of the pass interference and a defensive holding on Martin Emerson, and those are 2 that led to touchdowns. So I stick to the fact that Martin Emerson, one of the best players on the team, first round pick probably.
Yeah.
But those 2 are really tough to look at in hindsight.
Yeah. One's I think I have about one here. KJ Jefferson's second to last rush of the game, where he gets it to like the 2 or something, like a little 5-yard rush. I think it was Brule that was getting. I don't know who it was getting held.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, it was Tyrus Wheat that was getting held.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Dude, that
was tough.
That was tough.
No, I mean, I saw it from my seat.
Back it up 10 yards.
Yeah.
I was close to the farthest away you could be in the stadium, and I was like,
I was pretty much right on top of that one, and I saw that one. Obviously, there's just no excuse for that. And there was a false start on the 2-point conversion, I think.
Yeah, they set their clocks 2 seconds.
Yeah, I mean the entire left side of the line went early.
Which there was some it was like all game. It was some weird stuff like that.
Yeah. There was also some altercation between Treylon Burks and Emmanuel Forbes on our sideline. After replay, we saw that Treylon Burks threw a punch, and I had a better view of that than referees did. So I'm not blaming referees for not seeing that.
Also, that's a reviewable call.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, the SEC could have buzzed down.
Yeah. Well,
our game doesn't matter. It's Mississippi State and Arkansas. Am I right?
Yeah. Nobody.
I'm sure
the SEC's not watching that game.
Yeah, I'm sure both of these teams didn't have a technical path to the SEC West Championship.
Yeah.
Important games.
Yeah. All right, so moving on to our offense, or moving to Will. What did you see for him?
Started off slightly off. He was getting enough time and everything, but was just missing guys high or
a little bit behind.
Yeah, and it was uncharacteristic for him to just miss guys, because best thing about him is he's accurate.
Yeah. and that's going to pair with what we're going to talk about some wide receivers later. But there were some drops too that probably that definitely didn't help his case early on. But we kind of saw that throughout. But Will runs into a sack.
It makes Lashley look. Not Lashley. It makes Charles not look very good.
Yeah. So runs into that sack, scrambles on one play and throws an interception. And then after that interception, he was incredible. I mean, really, really good. I mean, he's the Will that we've come to know throughout this season. Just a really, really good last three quarters, second half especially.
I had choice words for him in a text message to you after that interception, and he used that. He let it fuel him.
I like it.
I wonder how many people know what that's from.
They'll know when we post it after the Egg Bowl.
They'll figure it out. Let it fuel you. All right.
So the interception was a really, really, really bad one. But like I said, after that he was really good. 36 of 48 for 417 yards. I actually didn't know he went for over 400 yards until we were looking at this just now. But that last drive really, really, I mean, obviously added more yards and got him over 400, but really, really good.
They didn't stop us on offense after the first quarter.
No.
Which
we punted twice in the first quarter, and not after that.
Missed field goal or touchdown.
Yeah, every time.
Most of the time you win when that happens, right?
Yeah. If you punt twice in a game, you usually win.
And score, well...
Another thing that on the special teams that hurt us was on one of our punts. We actually got knocked back 10 yards, once on a delay of game and once on a false start. And, I mean, that makes your punt statistically 10 yards shorter than it should have been.
What if we had that punter from UTSA? It was just strategic. You gotta go back an extra 10 yards to get enough room for the leg.
Well, I wish that was our problem.
Whatever that guy is for Heisman.
Yeah.
I mean, pound for pound, which I think he's kind of a thick guy.
Yeah.
So maybe not pound for pound.
Yeah. All right. But Will, I mean, showed out again. And the last drive, he goes 3 for 3, a 13-yard pass, a 17-yard pass, and a 23-yard pass. That adds up to 53 yards in 19 seconds to set us up for a 40-yard field goal that we end up missing to end the game. But Will did what he had to do. Yeah. And our offense did what they had to do. Offensive line, Arkansas didn't bring much pressure, but the offensive line didn't struggle against three like they did last year.
Lashley was the only one. I didn't go back and watch this game just because I was there. I'm not going to stay up late.
Yeah.
In Arkansas doing that. Because why would I? No one cares. No one asks for it. But Lashley, I think he got called for a few holding penalties, which, if you look at Lashley on any play, you can probably call holding on him. Yeah, that's all I got for offensive line.
Yeah. I mean,
they were pretty good.
Even with those penalties, especially in the last three quarters, offense didn't get hampered by that too much.
Yeah.
I mean, we looked really good.
This is air raid.
Yeah. I mean, we're finally getting to the point, like I said last week, that, penalties aren't really killing us. And so it's really good. Still in the red zone and in field goal range, you'd like to score touchdowns because obviously now that we know that we can't kick field goals, you'd really like to be more efficient in the red zone, but still.
What are you talking about? We're going to have such great kickers after our open tryouts.
Yeah, that usually works.
I think historically it has for Mike Leach, though.
Yeah.
I think he's done it a few times.
I'm excited.
Wish I was a good kicker.
Yeah.
That would have been a fun time. I really think we should have used that as an opportunity for going for two. Go out there, try out.
Nope.
Just neither of us be able to kick.
I'd probably miss an extra point.
Could you make it 23-yard field goal?
No, I'd make that one.
You just hit left.
Yeah. All right.
That's brutal.
Yeah. So I know we talked about some drops earlier, and now we're getting into the wide receivers and running backs. Wally has actually, outside of this game too, he's just been dropping some passes lately.
Seems like the past 2 or 3 games, he's been.
I remember against Kentucky too.
Yeah.
And so that could be a little bit of a problem there, but he's still. He's still
Wally's still good.
He's talented. Mekhi Polk just proves again that he is really, really good. 8 receptions for 117 yards. Didn't score a touchdown.
I love the transfer portal.
Yeah.
Sometimes. It's so good. It's never hurt us. Brendan Ruiz is a transfer.
Take it. All right, so Mackay did not have a touchdown, but there was this one pass. It was an over-the-shoulder pass from Will to Mackay, 42 yards, and it was beautiful.
I thought Will didn't have a big enough arm.
That was pretty.
It was fun after this game getting messages from people being like, Will's good.
Mm-hmm.
Actually pretty good, and like he's been boring good for quite a while, but this game he was kind of like good.
Yeah, I mean every single week he's getting more confidence, and he's doing what exactly what we need to do to win, and we are so close.
If he gets,
we really are.
Okay, I want to play stupid hypothetical here. If he gets that drive, we tie it, we go win it. Does his Heisman campaign start for next year? I think that's the type of thing that gets you on the radar.
All it took for Dak to get on the radar was, an overtime win against Ole Miss. Just a quarterback sneak at the end of the game.
Yeah.
So and it was pretty dead on, pretty accurate. Also in this game, Austin Williams, he has another old reliable kind of game.
He's really showing off after we said that he's not Mr. Reliable.
4 receptions for 72 yards, and he had a 23-yard gain.
He's going to be such a good New England Patriot.
You think he's going to
2 years? We have him for another.
Do we?
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's so good.
All right, Kellen Mond. Okay. But he had a 23-yard catch on the last drive. He also had a 28-yard catch that I don't really remember. But
I think it was across the middle. Yeah.
All of his catches seem to be the same. Just on a 3rd and 10, I can almost guarantee you we're going Austin Williams at the sticks, and he's just going to back up and fall down. And
what a guy.
Yeah.
He's going to be such a good coach for USM in 20 years.
You got a lot of
after his long 4 Super Bowl career with the New England Patriots.
Yeah. All right. So, man. Another huge game for Rara Thomas too, Starkville boy.
Does he have a scholarship yet?
Surely. I don't know if was he a walk-on?
No, he may have been a freshman. Yeah, he's a freshman.
He's a freshman. Yeah. All right, so Rara had 4 catches for 63 yards and 2 touchdowns. One of them, I think, a 37-yard touchdown that was probably the most unexpected play of the day.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah, that was really, really fun, and I'm really looking forward to seeing Rara for the next 3 years.
Did Malik Heath play in this game?
Yes, he did.
He did?
Didn't do anything.
I'm not sure how long he played.
I remember seeing him. But,
okay, yeah.
All right, well.
Yeah, Traylon Burks wouldn't want to fight if we had Malik on the sideline.
Yeah, he'd get kicked.
Yeah.
From the running backs, we don't have too much.
Marks is so good.
We had it was a pretty nice game running. Had 69 yards.
Pretty nice.
That's a nice game.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, and but Jaquavius Marks, excuse me. What did he have?
He had 40 rushing yards, and then is that 46 right there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So 86 yards on the game.
Pretty good game for him.
Last touchdown of the game. That play.
He just wheels out and gets lost.
Wide open in the end zone. Jaquavius Marks. At that point, I thought we won.
Yeah.
I was feeling myself. I did ice in my veins a few times in the crowd to the guy in front of me.
Old takes exposed.
The old takes exposed. I was like, and at the beginning of the 4th quarter, I was like, y'all gonna mess up when y'all let us get to 4:30. Y'all don't know what this offense is. 4th quarter with 4:30 left. And I was right. Yeah. I gotta say I was right.
The offense was incredible.
I know my team.
That's right.
I watch these guys.
All right, so to cap off this game review, what do you have on the defense?
Arkansas ran on us.
They did. First team to do that.
Yeah. 202 rushing yards against us.
That's tough to see.
Yeah. The other thing, just a question, not really a suggestion, but can we please mirror number 1 receivers
with our NFL cornerbacks?
With either one of them.
Yeah.
It's not.
I don't know what good Emerson or Forbes are doing. Just not being on Traylon Burks.
I understand. Like, it's not in the defense, but
it could be.
If we're extremely multiple, it can't be that hard.
Yeah, Traylon Burks, which is Arkansas's offense. He's a great talent, and they were dialing up stuff.
Yeah, they had him take a snap. They put him. It seemed like every time they put him in the slot, he got 14 yards.
Had him in the wildcat. Had him throw a pass. Had him just catching everything.
Didn't enjoy that.
No, and it hurts even worse that he was a big part of their final drive, and he shouldn't have even been in the game. But anyway, that was pretty frustrating to see him just not being covered by our best defenders.
Yeah, like we know what we have, and then we see him being covered by what we don't have.
Yeah.
So that's fun. He's pretty good. I think he may be the best receiver in the SEC.
Yeah, I really do think so.
I really don't know who else it would be.
Yeah,
I mean, we have the best receivers in the state, so there's no one from Ole Miss.
No.
We have the best player from Laurel in the SEC.
I like it.
Yeah, it's good times here. Kind of tired of the no high safety stuff when it doesn't work. I know that. Kind of tired of the defense when we don't do good.
Yeah,
it's kind of how defense works. Yeah. But other than that, after the game, I was kind of being harsh on Arnett, but then I was like, yeah. I just didn't like the last drive.
Yeah,
that wasn't fun. And that's really all I have.
Yeah, this is a game where I wasn't even mad after it because I knew it's all on special teams. Our offense looked great, and I can tell that we're getting better every single week. We're almost there, and it is frustrating, but we're losing small, and we're just knocking on the door to win in small. So that's all that we have for the game review. We're going to fly through this game preview like we always do, and then we're going to get to some picks for the week. So game preview, going to Auburn, playing them at 11 a.m., which is the best thing that can happen
by far.
I mean, it's ideal, especially at Auburn, which I never feel good about going into Auburn for a game.
Our last time we played there, we did not do quite well.
No, we did not. I think we were down 21-0 before I blinked. But so we're going to see Bo Nix at home, and that means he is going to be a Heisman candidate in this game.
Yeah,
he's going to scramble around in the backfield, probably have a play where he runs for 100 yards and throws for 75 in one play.
One play.
Yeah. That's all I have
There
to
will
say.
be no normal offense from...
With the frizz? No way.
Yeah, it's either going to be Bo Nix do the weird football thing or let Jarquez Hunter and Tank Bigsby run.
Yeah.
And when they do that, they're going to do good.
Yeah.
This is the best rushing attack we've played this season.
Mm-hmm.
It's a challenge.
Yeah.
So...
I mean, Auburn, not a bad team by any stretch. They did not get a win in College Station.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean...
But that's Bo Nix on the road.
Yeah, you're right. This is Bo Nix at home, and he's really good.
Are they on the... How many wins do they have?
They're 6-3 right now.
Oh, God, they're going to get 9 wins. This is the way in Auburn.
Nope, they're going to get 8 because they're not beating us.
Bowl win.
Oh, that's right. Okay, there we go.
Auburn and 9-win seasons.
That's right.
What a combo. Top 5 combos.
To contrast Bo Nix being at home and being a Heisman contender, Will Rogers is on the road. We looked at his splits, and I would have
his QBR is a whole lot better
on the road.
Yeah,
okay. I would have gambled to say that Will Rogers is better on the road. The splits are about even, but he's still really good on the road.
Yeah.
He's got to win.
Less interceptions, more touchdowns, higher QBR.
Yeah, I mean he's got to win in College Station, which College Station at night obviously
no one else can say that right now.
Nope. Obviously more hostile of an environment than Auburn at 11 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that's going to be a problem. It didn't seem to be a problem at Arkansas.
Yeah. As we said, we asked, is Arkansas, is Razorback Stadium going to be loud? It's not.
Wasn't. I mean, calling the Hogs was cool. I'll give him that.
It was pretty neat.
It was pretty awesome.
But
it happened way too often.
Tusk is right over there. I don't know why you have to call him.
Yeah.
He's
just
look at it. It says here's Tusk right over his cage.
Yeah. The wild band of Hogs is outside. It's bronze. It's not coming.
Is it even bronze? It may be copper.
I don't know.
I have no clue.
But I mean, Bo Nix at home, Will Rogers on the road. Auburn, their offense is extremely balanced.
Mm-hmm.
I think they have 4 receivers with over 300 yards. It's I think it's as balanced of a passing attack as we have, or as balanced of attack outside of us in the SEC. I mean, that's pretty remarkable for offense.
They just have a bunch of guys out there.
Yeah. I think one of those guys with 300 yards is a tight end, which Auburn and tight ends, you know.
Mm-hmm. Top 5 combos.
You were going to say something.
Nope, not going to say that.
Nope.
Remember that tight end that led them to a...
You caught a pass from Cam Newton.
Oh, shut up. Okay.
I know we did go into College Station earlier this year and beat a team that has a really good running back duo. Mm-hmm. Texas A&M has A-Chain and Spiller. But outside of that, Auburn has probably the best running back duo. With Tank Bigsby has over 700 yards rushing this year, and Jarquez Hunter has over 500 yards.
Both of those duos are such good football names.
Yeah.
Jarquez Hunter, Tank Bigsby, Spiller. A-Chain?
That is really
good. A-Chain's a good last name.
Yeah. So, balanced in the pass. They're balanced in the run, too. They've got two guys that can do it there.
It seems normal, right? But Bo Nix.
But Bo Nix is just weird.
What a... like, dude, I don't... Like, he's gonna do the weird things against us, and everyone's gonna be like, is Bo Nix good? And
I'll remind you that we missed tackles against Zach Calzada.
Mm-hmm. Zach Calzada got like a 30-yard rushing touchdown against us.
So I expect a 98-yard rushing touchdown.
Bo Nix is gonna
Actually, that would mean that we pinned a punt down to the 2.
We couldn't do that. Throw an interception? No. Fumble?
We don't do...
We could fumble.
Well, we might just go for it on 4th down instead of kicking a field goal.
Yeah, you know, you all... Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Switching to Auburn's defense, they were really good defensively. They give up about 20 points per game. The only team that's gone over 30 against them is Georgia.
I heard they're pretty good.
Yeah, it's a good team. As weird as it is to say, I think we should be able to move the ball against them.
Because we've moved it against everyone?
Everybody except Bama. And
we moved the ball against Bama?
We moved the ball early on until we quit. I don't know what I'm trying to say. How many points do you think we need to score in this game to feel pretty good? Or to not even pretty good. How many points do we have to score to win?
30 plus for me to feel like pretty good. 35 for us to win.
Okay, to have an almost guaranteed win.
If we score 35 and lose, I will be happy.
Yeah.
With that outcome.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I like it. Yeah, I mean it's an Auburn defense. They're gonna have a good D line, but then again, I don't know how much pressure they're gonna bring.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna be pretty similar to Arkansas defense, which is a pretty good defense that we moved the ball against.
Weren't we close in a game with them last year?
Yeah, I mean it was like 24-10 or something like that.
I mean,
so
Bo Nix,
man,
what a guy. Do you think Emerson's gonna have anything on this game after last year?
I don't know. I think he saves his trash talk for later in the game. I mean for after the game.
Maybe he'll do it early. Don't do it late.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah. Good times. Yeah. Okay. Little thing here. Do you think Brendan Ruiz, Noah McCord, or someone we do not know will be kicking?
I'm still gonna say it's gonna be Brandon Ruiz.
Okay, I'm gonna be fun, and I'm gonna say someone we do not know.
Okay.
I know it seems like quite fast. They had the kicking tryouts Wednesday. Mm-hmm. The game is on Saturday at 11 a.m. Seems like kind of fast to get jersey and everything.
Eligibility figured out.
Eligibility,
physicals. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they don't. I'm sure they can get those gone fast. Yeah. But yeah, that's really all I have for this, and I think that's all you have for this.
Yeah.
I guess it's time to get into our picks for this week.
Okay.
Have no clue who won last week. Yeah. Go out on a limb and say Brooks. Good job, Brooks. Congratulations.
It was a tough loss, Courtney. You're almost there.
Good job, Brooks. Courtney losing small every week.
Courtney's... I mean, you can lock it in. She's going to be 6-4.
Is Courtney Mississippi State?
I think Sarah was 7-3, actually.
Sheesh.
Nice stuff. Okay. All right, so game number 1 here. We've got number 6, Michigan at Penn State. What you got here?
I think Penn State's going to win this one.
Do you really?
Yeah.
All right. You're just constantly picking against me. I'm going to
Should
go.
we actually write these down somewhere for the first time?
I always have to go back and listen to see who I actually.
It's kind of rough doing that. I'm gonna write these down.
All right. Well, I'm going to go Michigan in this one.
Okay.
Just whatever you pick, I'm probably going to pick the opposite.
Okay, just fade me. I like it.
All right. Okay. Game number 2, we've got Oklahoma, number 8 Oklahoma at number 13 Baylor. So pretty random top 15 matchup here in the Big 12. I'm just going to take Oklahoma on the road here.
Yeah, I'm going to go Oklahoma here too.
All right. Game number 3, we've got number 1 Georgia at Tennessee. I think was it a linebacker for Georgia that just got arrested?
Yeah, turned himself in.
Yeah, starting linebacker for him. So the Georgia defense that's been highly touted all year just lost a piece. But
I'm sure they don't have a 5-star to move in right behind them.
Probably not. I'm still going to go Georgia here. Tennessee could give them a run for their money. Could probably cover. It's a 20-point spread.
Yeah.
But I'm going to take Georgia.
I have to do something stupid every week.
You are not going to do this.
Kirby Smart is inevitable.
Maybe he can just lose the national championship game.
Is that inevitable enough? Things are looking too good for Georgia sports right now.
No, the curse has been lifted.
No, it's still there. People are kidding themselves. Like, the Falcons beat the Saints. And
the curse is lifted.
The curse is not lifted. I'm going Tennessee here. I know.
You're ridiculous.
I actually know it's stupid.
Ridiculous.
It is absolutely stupid. But it would kind of be funny, right? It wouldn't do anything because they'd still clearly be the number 1 team. But yeah, going Tennessee here for no reason.
You're ridiculous. All right, game number 4, we got number 19 Purdue at number 4 Ohio State. It's not at Purdue, and Purdue's not unranked, and Ohio State's not in the top 3. So Ohio State really has no chance of losing this game. So I'm going to go Ohio State here.
I don't know the criteria that is needed for Purdue to randomly be a top 5 team.
They got blown out by Wisconsin in between their wins against Iowa and Michigan State. So
I think I'm going to go Purdue here. Just
you are ridiculous.
Statistically, they've been pretty good in these matchups.
You're right.
Like, I don't know.
They did beat the brakes on
and Ohio State didn't look great. Like,
you're right.
They've done it before at Ohio State.
I'm just going chalk picks, and you're going.
I'm having fun.
Yeah, I'm having fun being 8-2 every week. So
yeah.
All right, game number 5. We have number 11 Texas A&M at number 15 Ole Miss. College game day.
Not America's game of the week.
No, not at all.
Mid.
College game day is going to be there. I'm sure Oxford's going to be a really fun place to be until Texas A&M goes and just beats the crap out of them. So.
Yeah, I'm here with you. I'm going Texas A&M.
Yeah, at least we can agree on something.
Yeah.
All right, game number 6. We've got number 9 Notre Dame at Virginia.
Keaton once again finding himself.
There has never been a week in the history of going for 2 where we haven't picked a Virginia game.
It's either Virginia or Arizona State every week.
Or both.
Yeah.
What if they played each other?
Dude, I don't know who I would pick. Probably Keaton. I've said multiple times I will never pick against Keaton. So I guess you know my pick here.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take the winner, and I'm gonna go number 9 Notre Dame.
Understandable. I'm never picking against Keaton.
All right. Now we got game number 7. We have number 16 NC State at number 12 Wake Forest. Wake Forest, perfect season ended last week against North Carolina. Now they're facing another team from North Carolina.
You'd have to be really good to beat NC State.
I think only elite teams have done that.
Mm-hmm.
And Clemson couldn't get it done.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And Pitt did.
Pitt's elite.
You're right.
Playing in an NFL stadium. That's how good they are.
Yeah.
You're picking NC State, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going to go NC State.
I'm going Wolfpack. I'm doing the Wolfpack thing, if you can't see it.
Can you hear it? All right, so we're agreeing on that one. And now we're moving on to game number 8. We have the number 25 Arkansas. They're ranked. Hey. At LSU.
I'm going to go LSU here.
I am too. Arkansas is not very good. And I know you're probably thinking, well, hey, they just beat us. Well, hey, we're not very good either.
We're close to good.
We're almost there. But Arkansas didn't do anything to impress me, and LSU seems to just have found their black magic. And
we said random LSU stuff is going to happen.
Yeah.
And I don't. I would not like to be Texas A&M right now.
I'm gonna go. But I'm gonna go LSU. I really don't like Arkansas fans being on their high horse, especially. I mean, I understand it in baseball season, kind of. It's still annoying, but in football season,
call the cops.
I just don't.
It's sustainable. It's sustainable.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's why you go. That's why you go win the SEC tournament and hurt 3 pitchers and a first baseman.
But hey, they've won 45 games in the last 3 years.
And 50 in the last
How many dropped foul balls to cost them national championships?
I bet they have a good bet.
It's
over
under 1. Over under 0.5.
Oh, over.
Okay, for sure. All right. Number 9, game number 9. We have Iowa State at Texas Tech. It's an unranked matchup, but it could be fun.
Yeah, Iowa State's actually pretty good right now. Texas Tech just hired Baylor's associate head coach. First day on the job, he flipped some recruit from, I think it was like Kansas State or something, and he's going to coach this game, which is kind of weird.
He probably doesn't even know half the players' names on the team yet, and he's coaching them on Saturday.
That's what I heard, and that's kind of fun.
Yeah. So for that being said, I'm going to be going with Iowa State here.
Texas forever.
You are unbelievable.
Yeah, it's a really bad pick, but...
All right. Now, America's Game of the Week. We are moving on to Mississippi State at number 17, Auburn.
Yeah.
We got 2 3-win SEC teams, or 3 conference wins for each of these teams. So, I mean, there's no choice in what America's Game of the Week could be.
Yeah.
It was really...
There's nothing better.
There's really only one option there. So I'm going to let you pick this game first.
I'm going Auburn just because Bo Nix is going to do that thing to us. Mm-hmm. And I'm just preparing myself for this.
All right. We'll get into score predictions in a minute, but I'm going to go Auburn as well. I'll actually give my score first. I'm going to say we're going to lose 35-24, and that's a bold claim because if you think 24 means that we kicked a field goal, so I'm not really sure. I'm not sure Mike Leach is going to even attempt a field goal in this game, but if he does, the final score will be 35-24 Auburn.
I mean, we could just get 4 touchdowns and miss every going for 2. That's the name of a podcast. That's a good idea. Yeah, I'm gonna go Auburn. An ugly game has to happen eventually because I'm feeling too good about this team. Mm-hmm. Give me Auburn 28-13.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
Yeah.
All right. Player of the game. Who you got?
Give me Martin Emerson.
Okay. Finally going to do something. I know he's, by us not really hearing about him much, means that he is doing something.
Yeah.
But do you think he's going to get an interception of some sort?
He'll do something.
Okay. Gotcha.
Something big.
All right. Give me Tyrus Wheat.
Okay.
Get into the backfield and wrap up Bo Nix.
Do you both want to do? Do we both want to do an offensive one too? I don't know. Throw something in here.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, I'm taking Mackay. Get wrecked.
Dang. I'll take Rah.
Dang it! You got an equally as good one.
Surprisingly, I mean,
yeah.
2 weeks ago, I wouldn't have believed you.
Look at that! It's nicely written down.
There we go.
With a checklist beside it, so we can actually see who's winning. We're so good. 42nd episode, and we're still getting better.
Yeah.
You just got to get 1% better every day.
That's right. I mean, in 48 more episodes, we'll be 100% right, 100% good. All right. Well, that's going to move us into some Instagram questions. Thank you all so much for sending in these. It looks like we have quite a few of them today. You want me to read these? You got it.
Yeah, you take it. Yeah.
All right. I usually don't do this. This is pretty different. All right. So Megan asks top SEC towns.
Okay, you want to do this as a team?
Sure. Let's just do top 3.
Top 3.
All right.
Okay. Number 1. Are we going to Athens or Fayette?
I haven't been to Athens.
So
I'll go Fayetteville.
Fayetteville. Everyone says Athens is amazing.
Yeah.
So I feel like we can't put them at 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So I think Athens at 2.
Mm-hmm.
I think. And then
Maybe
Knoxville at number 3.
Yeah, I have been there. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I like that list.
Okay.
And then followed by a combination of other teams.
Yeah, I mean
other cities.
College Station.
Nope. Auburn.
Maybe. I don't know. Tuscaloosa is pretty cool.
Nope. Don't like Tuscaloosa.
But Dreamland.
Fayetteville better.
Yeah,
anyway. In every way.
All right, now Cletus asks, "Are you going to be covering basketball season?"
Dawgs win
if we're good. Yeah. If we're good, come SEC play, we'll give an episode or two.
Yeah, we'll get it out there.
Yeah. Luke Meyer asks, "Will I see y'all at kicker tryouts?"
Yep.
Nope. Since they happened today.
Haven't seen Luke in a minute.
No. Thanks for listening.
Hi, Dawgs.
Yeah. Hope they're doing well. Drew Robinson asks, "Who are the best draft eligible wide receivers in this draft?"
This draft is weird.
Yeah. You got Olave.
Olave and
Treylon Burks.
Is he a draft eligible? Yeah, Treylon Burks.
Jameson Williams is also a junior, but I think he's gonna go next year.
Yeah,
because he had a redshirt year or something.
There's a guy, I forgot his name. USC. Is it Drake London? I think he is absolutely popping off. He's like 90% of their offense. It's all him.
Well, but good news for Mississippi State though. Mekhi Polk is a sophomore.
Yeah.
Wally, I think, is a freshman. Something like
COVID
that.
freshman.
So we're good with wide receivers, but there's a really good class for wide receivers.
Yeah.
Courtney has a few questions here. We ranked SEC stadiums last week, but I mean, Arkansas
ones that we've been to.
Oh, that we've been to. Okay.
So between us, we've been to Death Valley. Mm-hmm. Did you go to Neyland?
No.
Okay, so you didn't go there. Davis Wade. Vaught.
Kentucky.
Been to Bryant Denny.
Mm-hmm. I'll say Death Valley number 1.
Yeah.
Arkansas probably 2 for me.
Yeah. I mean, if you actually went to Neyland, that would be number 2, but yeah, we haven't been there.
Yeah.
Number 3.
It's not. I'm gonna say Kentucky's probably the last for me.
Is it Davis Wade is better than Vaught?
Davis Wade, Vaught Hemingway, but Bryant Denny. Where is that for you?
Oh yeah, I forgot about Bryant Denny. I don't like it, but it is better than Davis Wade.
Yeah. So you put it. I mean,
it's 3.
Okay.
But it's behind almost all of the other ones that we haven't been to.
Gotcha.
Except for Vanderbilt and Missouri. Yeah. Other than that, it's behind all of them. And South Carolina.
All right. Courtney also asked, "How was calling the Hogs?" It was cool, but they just did it way too often. I feel like
it was a lot.
I mean, every person that came on the field to be like.
It was cool that their people that went onto the field to be honored actually did something. They didn't just awkwardly wave.
Yeah.
Kind of having them lead something.
That was cool.
I saw people having something where we should like you know what the Seahawks do when they have someone that what do they do? I forgot. Or like the Colts, they have the person that does the hammer and everything. We should have someone that starts the ring and bring in a Mississippi State person every week.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of cool.
Like Ole Miss, "Are you ready?" kind of thing.
Yeah. We should copy them.
Right.
I'm sure they're the first team to ever come up with that.
Yeah, for sure. Courtney also asked thoughts on Alabama's ranking after that very close game. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, they have
either one of or both of Oregon and Ohio State should have been ahead of them.
I mean, tell me Alabama's best win.
Mississippi State is a better one.
Right now, I think their best win is Ole Miss. And
yeah.
And it could very well be a good win. I mean, Ole Miss has a lot to prove still, but, Alabama just hasn't done enough to be the number 2 team in the country.
Cincinnati has a better win than Alabama.
Yeah.
And when Cincinnati has close games, it matters.
Mm-hmm. They get punished for that. Mm-hmm. So, Brooks Taylor asks, did you try out? I did not. Hunter, did you try out?
I didn't.
Yeah. All right. Brooks also asks, will Bo Nix be typical Bo Nix or crumble with inconsistency? I think he's going to be really good.
Yeah.
I mean,
he has to remind us that he's not terrible.
Yeah. He's going to be good this weekend.
Yeah.
Frederick asks, which Bo Nix will we see this week? We're going to see the good one.
At least we'll see him.
What?
Can't make that joke.
That's a bad joke.
They didn't hear it.
All right, and then to close it off, Hunter, actually, you asked this question. Who are the top 5? What are the top 5 live mascots in the SEC?
We've talked about this a little bit. Yeah. Do you want to do your list, and I'll do mine?
Sure.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go number 1, Bevo from Texas.
Strong pick.
Number 2, I'm gonna go Smokey from Tennessee, the dog. Number 3, I'm gonna go Reveille, which is the dog from Texas A&M. 4, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, Mike the tiger. Just because it's a tiger.
Yeah, it's
pretty
a tiger.
awesome. Number 5, just a little bias here. I wouldn't say Mississippi State's bulldog because it's Mississippi State, but because his name is Jack, I'm gonna go with Jack.
And it's spelled the same way, right?
You'd think. Nope.
Okay, so my list: number 1, Bevo. I think I did number 2, Mike earlier. Then number 3, I think I had Smokey, and then it was number 3, Ralphie, Colorado. Number 4, Smokey, and then number 5, Dubs, the husky from Washington.
There you go.
It's the cutest dog I've ever seen, but Smokey better.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I like it.
and that's it for Instagram questions.
That's it. Thank you all so much. That was a lot of good questions.
Yeah,
And,
so that's what we like to see.
yeah. And with that wrapped up, that's going to do it for the episode. Thank you all so much for listening once again. If you have any suggestions for what we can do better, please never hesitate to ask. If you have any questions throughout the week, please send them to us at Going4Two on Instagram. And we are sure to respond because we have nothing better to do.
Yeah.
That's just...
at the end of the semester, there's not much to do.
What are we going to do? Study?
Yeah. What you going to study? The syllabus?
I think
I have this backwards.
Might be a little past that. But that's going to do it for the episode. Thank you all so much for listening, and we will catch you back next time on Going for Two with Jack Taylor. See ya. You ever thought about changing our music?
No.
Why? We could change it to anything you want.
Yellow watermelon?
Hot shower?
I don't think we can actually do that.
What are they going to do? Stop us?